one of the best, most proven, most common garden plants is the marigold. But did you know there are two flowers that we call marigold? If you love the idea of a flower that you can plant by seed directly into your garden, it will give you a big show of bright blooms. It will last long into the cold season, and you can harvest the seeds for next year. Then you need to learn to identify marigold and pot marigold, also known as calendula. I'm going to take you through how to tell the difference between these two flowers of the same name, plus what benefits they have in common and their benefits that are unique. Trust me, you want both of these marigolds in your garden. Here we have Marigold and Marigold. So, how do gardeners differentiate these two? This one is a common marigold, also known as an African marigold. Another name in the same family would be a French marigold. Typically, we call these ones marigold. And we call these ones pot marigold, or nowadays better known as calendula. So we have calendula, pot marigold, and we have marigold, or African marigold, or French marigold. Okay, so let's talk about the identifying features of each of these flowers. Here we have the common marigold, this one is an African marigold, and here we have a calendula, pot marigold. Starting with the pot marigold, here we have a flower and a bud and a large leaf example. So we have individual petals. This one has a few layers of petals. They can be a single layer as well. And they will have an eye. Now there are some varieties that will be completely full and you won't be able to see their eye. So something to look for really specifically about the petals is that they have striations down them, and typically they have a little tiny bit of a serration at the tip of the petal. There's a good example on this one here. You can see the serration on that petal. Their stem is rounded. Their flower base is like the shape of a starburst. Many points around it. Their leaves are a little bit fuzzy, a little bit Velcro feeling, smooth edges on the leaves, strong middle vein, and not many other visible veins on the leaf. The older leaves can get a little bit ripply, a little bit like a lettuce look to them. Generally this bright green color. And those are the main identifying features of the pot marigold. The common marigold typically has a ruffly flower. Now I must admit, this one was a late harvest. It was a really cold day when I went out and grabbed this one, and there wouldn't be any left out there today. I picked this one yesterday. But they do typically have these scrunched up, ruffly petals to their flower, and these ones could look a lot like a carnation, for example. So let me pluck out nice petal here. You can take a look. There we go. So you can see this part would eventually become part of the seed. That is your roughly common marigold petal. Now this petal shape is common across all the common marigolds, but you may have an open center sometimes. So some of them, instead of this full ruffle all the way across, may have an eye. So a center kind of like this one has an eye. Some common marigold varieties could have an eye as well. The stems are round and the flower base is cup-shaped. Something you would definitely notice about the common marigolds is this deep cup shape to the flower base. You'll notice my marigold doesn't have any leaves, and that is one of the most striking identifying features of the marigolds. So here you can see the jagged shape, the multi-fingered leaves. They are feathery and just a gorgeous texture to add to your garden. Now this one is very large. This one's the African marigold that just burst and went crazy for me in my garden. Smaller varieties of marigolds will have smaller leaves as well. But those are the identifying features of the Calendula pot marigold and the common marigold. A benefit to both types of marigold. So here we have an African marigold. This would also be the same for the French marigolds and other common marigolds. And here we have the pot marigold or the calendula. But one of the common benefits of both is that they will go to seed for you towards the end of the flower, and you can easily collect the seeds and then plant them again for next year. I grew both of these types of marigolds in my side garden this year, and let me tell you, they were showstoppers. My yellow African marigold that I got from a 50-cent seed packet at the dollar store was absolutely amazing. I couldn't get over how beautiful the blooms were. Big, huge, ruffly blooms that went on and on and on, all the way until it snowed. The calendula was not to be outshined. I had a pack of seeds with multiple colors and varieties in it, and man did it show off. Absolutely beautiful. Different shades of yellow and orange. It was just dazzling. To watch these ladies blow the breeze was fantastic. And they also last all the way into the snow season. Absolutely amazing, long-lasting flowers. You need some marigolds. One other wonderful thing that these flowers have in common is that the pollinators love them. I saw bees and butterflies and cartographer flies. So interesting to go and check the marigolds and the calendulas and see what cute little critters were visiting them every day. And let's talk about some of the unique benefits of each of these flowers. Here we have the calendula. So the calendula is popular for making tea from it. If you pull the petals from the calendula. You can dry the petals and then make them into tea. Of course, it's very important that you have a chemical-free garden before you decide to consume your calendula. You don't want any sprays, you don't want fertilizer, you don't want pesticide, you don't want herbicide from the things that you're going to make tea out of, but it makes a wonderful tea. The other known benefit for calendula is anti-inflammatory. So it is said that if you had a bruise on your skin, you can even simply wrap a large calendula leaf on your bruise and it would help it improve. One of the best known benefits of the common marigold, be the African marigold or the French marigold, is that it is anti-pest. So if you plant marigolds, you'll probably find that there's not a lot of pests around them. Bugs or snails or slugs, critters that typically can damage plants, won't be around the common marigold. Now, word of warning, I can guarantee that is not true for the calendula because somebody nibbles on mine. So that said, the common marigold is well known to be an excellent companion plant in your vegetable or edible plant garden. If you plant marigolds mixed amongst your veggies, it will help keep all the critters away from your harvest. So there, we've gone through the common things and the unique things about marigold and marigold. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.